Hi, my name is Jamie, and I'm an art director with Jerry's Artorama. I've been in the art industry for over 15 years, and today I'm going to show you how to do a quick lake sketch with the Daniel Smith Watercolors Sketch in the Reflections Journal with the Aquastroke brush. So right now I am going to put down a base layer of water on the paper, get it nice and primed so that I can go in here and add the color that I want. I'm just gonna do a quick wash roughly where I want these colors to go. And as you can see, as I'm putting the color down, because the water is already on the paper, it does this great blending effect. The Daniel Smith watercolors are so great and pigmented that I really don't have to do too much work, and I let the water work with me and let the colors blend together themselves. And I'm going to want to put some mountains in here, so I'm leaving the white of the paper. And in watercolor, it's really beneficial to let the paper work with you, let the white of the paper work with you, and try to think of working in the negative as opposed to the positive, what you want to leave as opposed to what you want to put there. So as I'm doing this, I'm thinking about that, and right now I'm going to go in and under this white area in the center, I'm going to create the reflection of the sky and what's going to be the lake here. I'm adding in my personalized colors, mixing them on the top of the Daniel Smith palette. So now I'm going to come in with my brush that I have saturated with more of the pigment and really brighten up these areas that I've laid out for me, where I specified where I want these colors to fall in the sky. The Aquastroke brush is great. It has a well of water, so I don't have to worry about dipping into another container of water, possibly spilling it. If I were outside doing this, I'm not bogged down with clutter. I just have this great tool at my disposal that allows me to continuously work because I have constant water flow right at my fingertips. Because I've saturated the paper so much, I'm letting it dry before I add another layer on top. So now I'm coming in and I'm adding a complementary to the background color for this mountain, and I've just done a sharp edge and pulled the color down and really let the water in the brush move the pigment and work with me. I'm creating sort of a misty scene here, so I don't want the color to be really vibrant at the bottom of the mountain. I want more of the paper to show through and for the real contrast to be at the peaks of these mountains. I'm also creating a warmer color, a warmer purple with these, with the Daniel Smiths for these foreground mountains, just so that they pop forward or pop out just a little bit more. And I'm also laying the groundwork for some of the background land and islands that are going to be at the very back of the lake. And now I'm coming in with a cooler purple for this back mountain. And again, pulling the color down, squeezing the Aquastroke brush and really letting that water soak into the paper and pull the pigment where I would like it to be. Now I'm going to come in with a more pigment-filled brush and create this back island here that's in the more foreground of the middle here, and also on the left side of the painting. And just adding a few little details of suggested trees and brush in the back here. And I don't want anything to be too defined in the background, because our eyes, as things are further at a distance, we don't see them as crisp and detailed. So again, just the suggestion of all this greenery and this wooded area back by these misty mountains is all I really need. So now I'm going to address the foreground, and I'm going to just lightly lay out where I think I want this foreground land to be, that we're, as the viewer, standing on and looking through at this scene. I'm going to add in some reeds with a more pigmented brush, just very lightly creating strokes with the very tip of the brush. And I don't want them to all be the same weight, the same pigmentation. I want some of the reeds and some of the grass blades to be lighter than others, to give that sense of depth. And since this is where I'm sure I want my ground to be, now I'm going to go in and darken it. I'm going to darken up and create just a few more details in the brush here. And as the pigment runs out on my brush, I really use that to create some of the lighter, softer background elements of just little blades of grass sticking up. There we have our lake scene. So this has been another after the swatch with the Daniel Smith Sketcher set in the Reflections journal with the Aqua Stroke brush. I hope you've enjoyed, and thanks for following along.